Sometimes a scroll sesh can either be motivating, inspiring, or it can actually make you feel depressed about the current state of your skill level. And for someone like me, well, at least today, it has been a bit inspirational. So I was, this thing where you just do walk and you walk a little bit and you're supposed to keep walking, but then you just feel like the walk is boring. Then you get a dopamine hit and you want to get a dopamine hit, so you just go and scroll on Instagram or TikTok. So I was doing one of those today, well, a few minutes ago, and I saw Eddie Barrows, this new guy. He just popped up on my Instagram, and I decided to check out his page. And yeah, he has some really top art. I think he's a professional comic book artist. I think he works for DC. This type of details are what means a lot to me. Like whenever I see an art like this, it just gets my hand twitching. I actually want to draw because like whenever I see art like this, I don't know if anyone else feels this way. Amazing detailing, really great piece of work. Like look at those veins. Do you know, like, I recently actually figured out how to do veins like this? It's all about shadows. Let me show you an example. You have an arm, right? Let's say you drawn a deltoid like this, and then you have an arm. And let's say the light is coming from the left, right? So you would have shadows like this. One of the best ways to do it that I've been learning currently is that I'll just do something like this. I'll fill it with shadows, and let's say I want to make the character veiny or like really muscular. I'll just do something like this. Yeah, and then what I'll then do is I'll then use an eraser. If you're working traditionally, they usually use whiteouts. So usually there's a vein that usually comes from the pectoralis all the way to the deltoid muscle like this, and then uh and then stretch out the vein like this, and then you could do something like this. And veins are like roots, so you could just do something like this all the way um down here like this. And then what you could then do is that you could actually learn this by watching a lot of, like, actually looking at a lot of David Finch. You could then add these hatching lines that actually pop up like this. You could then do something like this around the arm. And then you have, oh, not the best looking vein, because that's not what I did here, but you could have something as close as possible. Messed up that vein, by the way. Have something as close as